At Gusto, we are able to integrate with both QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop. With both, we can pull your chart of accounts directly from QuickBooks and use your customized accounts to create a journal entry as well as additional levels of granularity within the entry based on earnings types, Gusto departments, and classes. Our two-way integration with QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop builds and syncs a detailed journal entry into your QuickBooks account. Gusto will push information to QuickBooks Online at the push of a button, but you will need to upload and download files for QuickBooks Desktop. This video will focus on how to connect QuickBooks Online. To get started, click the Settings tab on the left-hand side of your Gusto account. Next, click the Integrations tab and select Add New Integration. Here you will be able to choose QuickBooks Online. Once here, enter your credentials to get connected. Click Authorize to allow QuickBooks Online and Gusto to sync. Now we will walk through mapping your chart of accounts. In this video, QuickBooks has already been enabled and has remembered the previous mappings. If you're setting up the integration for the first time, you won't see any accounts on the right-hand side until you finish mapping. When setting up your mappings, you will be prompted to add things like your bank account, earnings types, employer taxes, reimbursements, benefit expenses, and liabilities. In order to properly sync over the payroll details through our integration, each of the payroll items will need to be linked to an account that is pulled directly from the chart of accounts in QuickBooks Online. Departments are something that Gusto made up. Departments allow you to take your payroll and put it into different buckets. If things are going into the same bucket, they are not getting broken out. Department mappings are another way to add additional granularity. With Gusto department mappings, you can use different accounts for the different payroll items within a Gusto department. This means that you can have the earnings of one department go to one account, and the earnings of a second department go to a different account. This will expand the entry we send over into the accounting software. We do limit accounts to choose from, but if you think there is an account missing, please consult an accountant or bookkeeper. If you need one, you're able to locate one within our partner directory at gusto.com/partners/directory. Let's give an example. I have two departments, customer care and management. Before I enable department mappings, all regular wages earned went into one expense account. After enabling department mappings, I can use two expense accounts to section out my customer care wages and my management wages. Think of it as though I was putting different payroll items into corresponding account buckets. If my departments are going to the same account bucket, they won't be separated out. But if my departments are going to different account buckets, they will be. When setting up your mappings, you can also align a Gusto department with a QuickBooks class. As a result, the same accounts in your default department mappings will now be tagged with the classes you set up. The payroll entry will then tie to your reporting needs in your accounting software. You can even have a combination of different expense accounts with different classes. If you update your mappings, you can resync a payroll to update the journal entry. Classes allow you to filter out the department's buckets. Classes are where you can segment out. Departments won't segment out the same accounts, but classes will. The more accounts you choose when setting up your integration, the more detail there will be in the line entries on your journal entry. More detail in the entry results in more detailed reports in your accounting software, such as profit and loss reports, expense reports, outstanding liability reports, and more. Keep in mind that since Gusto does not take any money for benefits or deductions, we include a mapping for the benefit or deduction liabilities. This will create line items within the journal entry that accrue the amount owed for the benefit or deduction. When the benefit or deduction is paid to the correct party in QuickBooks Online, you can offset your liability and zero out the amount owed. If you do not see an account you would like to use, hop into your QuickBooks Online chart of accounts and create an account. Refresh your page and it will be available in Gusto as well. If you won't be using one of the payroll items listed, know that the item will still need to be mapped to an account. If the payroll item isn't applicable, nothing will come over related to the account that is selected within your entry. Only payroll items that apply to a processed payroll will populate within the synced entry. If you choose to delete a mapping option, you will not be able to retrieve it later. Once all payroll items are matched within the corresponding accounts, the building blocks are in place for the journal entry that Gusto will sync over to your accounting software. To finish, select if the sync will run automatically or manually. Total wages, taxes, benefit deductions and contributions, reimbursements, and more will now sync to your QuickBooks Online account each time you run payroll.